Okay, the first thing we will do is to start cleaning the meat. It's a little hairy, so there's two way you can do that one. Actually, I do get the burned one, but still we have some hairy. Look at this. So we're just gonna cut this part right here off. Just cut it completely out. But you can burn that. You can burn it. But this is a lot. Um, cut this out completely. There we go. Easy peasy. So hot water will remove those, and hot water because it's already burned. It is burned. This is for lemon and lime. So we take some of the juice, the same process. You take some of the juice, put it in a bowl, so to marinate the meat after. So now what we're going to do, we're going to scrub the lemon or the lime over the meat before you wash it with water. So those are the small pieces. It's a little challenging, but make sure you catch up. So you do that because first to I don't even know, like to take the smell out. To remove the goat meat, it's very strong. So you wanna remove the smell and also for flavor. It's a process for all meat that we cook. We use lemon and lime or sour orange. You can do that too. Uka utilize orange. Given that this meat is very bony, be careful when you scrubbing the lemon over. You don't cut yourself because it's a bony meat. So you can scrub the zest also over it. So we leave that very nice aroma. While you're doing this process here, you wanna put some water to boil. You add scallion, parsley. You can put lime or lemon in there, some salt. I like to add a little bay leaves. If you have, you can do that. So to just kill the strong smell of that meat. And also, if you wanna add anything else, some people put pepper and stuff like that. You can do that also. That's up to you. Anything to give that water a very good smell and to clean your meat, I mean the meat properly. That's it. At least you have the foundation and the cleaning and the process. You have the process of what to do. The most important thing. Now you're going to flip the meat in there. See the process. So like that, all the juice can penetrate the meat like this. So rinse. You can do it twice. So we do that process with cold water. As you can see my hands in it, it's cold water. So you don't use hot water. Of course, you don't want to get burned. Put your hands in there. And also you don't want to cook the meat before it's time. I'll mess it up. Even though we're going to use hot water later on. That's a different process. This is the lemon juice, the acid. And again, wet spice. We have a video on that, on how to make it. Some dry mixed spice. This is good, so I just want to add a little bit chili pepper. You can add any spice or pepper in there, but I'm just gonna add that for now because I wanna let it marinate in there. You don't have to put much. Some salt, any type of salt. And mix it together. It smells very good, guys. So because this is like a little bony, I have a lot of bone, so I'm just gonna flip it in the other way, like that. Better job, right? This will be in the fridge for tomorrow. Okay, after cleaning the meat, so I left the meat on the fridge for a day. This is it. So put it in a zipper plastic bag. And now you're going to put it on the pot, let it cook. You don't have to add any oil in there. It's a good amount. You want to put the fire on low, medium low. Between low and medium, yeah. So you're going to let this boil with the spice first. I'm gonna add just a little bit of it, not much. Probably less than a cup, maybe half of a cup. So I'm going to use the plastic. You already have the spice in there, so to wash it off. So about a cup. Cover it and let it boil there until the meat cook. After a good 25 minutes. Okay guys, while the meat is cooking, you want to go ahead and prepare your provisions, those. So right here we have green plantain. Both of them are plantain, green plantain in both. So we call this in Creole fig, and this is banana. Okay, green plantain and banana. Green banana, green plantain. So you have yellow yam, carrot. So ça c'est yam jaune. White, both of them are white yam. So we know in English when they say yam, they refer sometimes to the sweet potato they call like the yellow one. But we call this yam also. And this is potato. And we have malanga. Malanga. Okay, so there we go. There's two kind. We have the white one and we have the it's a little bit purple color, purplish. Okay, so peel them off. You want to put some water, a little bit of vinegar if you want to, or a lemon in the water. Peel them off and then leave them in the water, leave it there. So let's just move along. You wash this with some lemon and lime. The yam, this type of yam, you see the colors it change already. I'm supposed to just um peel it off and then put it in the water so it doesn't change color. So I make a mistake, it changed color already. But you can use lemon or lime to clean it. Some people put vinegar in the water and they let it in there, but I don't, like I said, I don't like vinegar. So when you do that, this is what you remove from the yam, from it. So you remove all the slime. Okay, that's what you do. So you can remove the slimy thing from it. Okay, those. Okay, and then after when you're done cleaning them, you know, the dirt and everything, so you're gonna leave them in the water sit there if you're not gonna put it in the pot right away. So since the meat is cooking, so it's not ready to go in the pot, I'm just gonna put some water and leave it in there and wait for the time. Okay. Okay, now guys, this part over here, we cannot miss that. There's no Haitian bouillon without dumpling or dumboy. So we're going to prepare our dumpling. We use our salt, any type of salt. So I'm gonna put a couple. This is about a teaspoon. So I put that much so this salt is not that salty. And you can always taste it to see if the salt is enough. I'll be adding a little bit of adobo for my pleasure, for my own pleasure. I'll add a little adobo in there, adobo a little bit, garlic salt. I don't want to put too much because I already put salt in there. That should be fine. It's not mandatory. You don't have to. You don't have to do all of this. This is turmeric. I just put a little bit. And taste to see if the salt is enough. Perfect. Move that to the side. This is our flour. Don't put everything at once because you don't want it to be too hard. Okay guys, as you can see, I added a little bit of flour when that was a little too saggy. You don't have to add anything. That's it. It's going in the soup or the bouillon. So you don't have to add oil or anything like that. That's up to you if you want to. Without this, just leave it there. You don't have to complicate it. It's fine. No complication. Ow. You just cover to protect it over from dust. This is our green watercress. Cresson. We're going to cut those. This is spinach, épinards. Everything clean. You just cut. You don't have to cut them too thin because this specific épinard spinach is very soft. Literally. Okay, guys, this is the meat. Basically, the meat is cooked right now. I put it in a bigger pot because the other one was too small. So I'm going to add everything in there. It take an hour and 15 minutes. Fresh tomato. I want to add a little bit more dry spice in the meat because after you add the water, you don't want the water to water the taste out, water down. So you want that flavor to stay in the meat. So I'm gonna leave those tomatoes to cook together with this. I'm going to add everything in there, our cut provisions. So you add everything. So what I'm going to do right now, we'll cover this and leave it for a good 10 into 15 minutes. Let me explain why I do that. So I want the thickness in the soup. So since I don't add any tomatoes, I don't use tomato paste. So I use just the tomatoes. So the tomato is not enough to give that thickness, and I don't want it to be too watery. So when you let it cook, and there, like meaning the yam, the potato, and everything there, you let it cook for a couple minutes. So it will, when you put the water and then you add the veggie, it's gonna give that thickness in that soup because you don't want it too watery. But if you want it watery, you can add your water first. You add the water and then you put the yam and the plantain and stuff like that. If you want to, you can do that. That's another way also. You can put water and then add the yam, add the tomato, or everything else you're going to add, which is the provisions. Uncovered, we're going to add water now. So as you can see, the tomato I put in there, it's already gone. So I'm going to add this in the side. So you want to put a good amount of water, depends of, there we go. So I'm gonna add a little bit more, so like that you have enough water to boil down and everything can cook. Okay, this is our water. Scotch bonnet. Firstly, I use coconut oil a little bit. This is coconut oil. And this is dry spice, mixed dry spice. Butter. The powder. A little bit. I have basil and this. All three together. The spinach and this watercress is I say that a very sensitive vegetables. You don't want to put it right now. By the time the soup is ready, so that you can cover this, let it boil down, and after it's boiled, you taste and then you add anything else, any extra. If you need salt, you add the salt. There we go.